Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's tutorials, we are going to transform this picture using oil paint. Most people call it digital painting and all stuff, but in Photoshop it is oil paint. So before we can transform this picture into with the oil paint effects, we first have to duplicate this layer. So Ctrl+J to duplicate the layer. After duplicating the layer, select filter from here, then sharpen, select sharpen, then on sharp mask. Set the amount and radius and threshold according to the picture that you are using. If you want to use this picture, there is a link in the description where you can find this picture. So according to my picture, I'll set my amount to let's say somewhere 40 will be good. Then my radius to 3, then threshold to be 0. Then I'll click on OK. After doing that, you head over to filter, select the filter again, then you select the stylize here, then oil paint, you choose oil paint from here. Some of the Photoshop have the oil paint direct here, but mine I have to go to stylize. So if yours is not like this, you may see the oil paint around somewhere here. Then so head over to stylize, then oil paint, select oil paint. So according to your picture, according to the picture that you're using, so mine I'll just leave it like this, 1.5, the cleanliness is 3.0, then the scale is 0.1. just do it the way I'm doing it. If you want to change something, just change the stylization and the cleanliness. The rest, just leave it like this, then you click on OK. Okay, so after getting this result here, we head over to filter again, filter, then noise, then reduce noise. Reduce noise is automatically 10, it's at 10 like this, but according to the picture that you're using and how the outcome that you want, based on that you're going to change the strength here. So mine, I'll set it to 3, I'll set the strength to 3, then I'll click on OK. Leave everything like this. The only thing you have to change is the strength, so just leave here the settings to default, then just leave it like this. Just if you want to change something, just change the strength, then click on OK. Based on the picture that you're using, click on OK. After doing that, you head over to filter again, then blur, select blur, then select surface blur. With my surface blur, I'll just leave it like this, the radius to 7 and the threshold to 7, based on the picture that I'm using. So if you find your picture to be very hard or rough, then you have to at least enter, either you increase the radius and threshold or you decrease, and I'll click OK. After that, I'll head back to filter again, then sharpen, filter again, then sharpen, then smart sharp, or sharp mask rather, on sharp mask again. Here with the on-sharp mask, this is the second time I'm using it. The first time that I used it, the amount was 40, so here I'm going to reduce the amount to somewhere 30 based on the picture that I'm using. Then I'll click OK. Only the amount, just decrease the amount, then click on OK. I'll head back to filter again, then filter again, then I'll select the oil paint from this side again. I'll select the oil paint again. With the oil paint, don't do anything. With the initial settings that you made, just select oil paint and click OK. With the initial settings that you did, click OK. Then after that, you head over to filter again, you head back to filter again, the noise, and then you move to the reduce noise once more. Just leave it the way you did it initially, then click OK. Head over to filter again, then sharpen, then select smart sharpen from this side. You can decide to leave it this way based on the picture that you're using. By my amount, let me decrease the amount. I think 100% is okay. Just let me leave it like this, then click on OK. You see the picture is transforming slowly and it's becoming more beautiful if you're following the steps that we are using. So after that, come over here to the layer panel, select the background layer, then duplicate it. Ctrl+J to duplicate the layer for you. Move the background layer to the top so that it will become the first layer. Head over to filter. Whilst on the background copy, head over to filter, then select blur, then Gaussian blur. Just leave it to somewhere 2.2 based on the picture that you're using. Make sure it is not blurred out, just it is blurred but you can see something behind the blur. So I'll leave mine to 2.2, then I'll click OK. Then select invert from the layer adjustment, select invert, then click on this one over here, then select hue saturation from the layer adjustment, hue saturation, set the saturation to -100, then click on this same icon here. After that, on the third layer, which is the background copy, select overlay from on the background copy, select overlay on the background copy, then reduce the opacity based on the picture that you are using. I'll reduce mine to 27. Then hold Alt and drag this layer, the background copy. Hold Alt, then drag this layer to the top, right? If you hold Alt and drag this layer to the top, then you select multiply. This time we are not going to put it at overlay again, we are selecting multiply. And look at something here. You see, first this background copy the opacity was set to 27. As I said earlier on, based on the picture that we are using, the opacity was set to 27, mine here. So as I duplicate it and brought one up here, still yet the opacity is still at 27. So I have to decrease this opacity again. Let me decrease it to somewhere, I think 20 is okay. Yes. So come here on the same layer panel, come to layer 1, which is right on top of the background layer. Layer 1, duplicate it by pressing Ctrl+J to duplicate it. On the layer 1 copy, the one that you just duplicate, on the layer 1 copy, head over to filter and select filter gallery. If it's your first time using filter gallery, this is how it should be. Select distort, then choose diffuse glow. Among the three, you see we have glass, ocean ripple, and the diffuse glow, which is the first one. So select diffuse glow. Under distort, select diffuse glow. Set the greenness to 0, the glow amount to 3, then the clear amount to 18, and click on OK here. Then on the same layer 1 copy, just reduce the opacity to somewhere 96, 97 is okay. Then head back to the layer adjustments. Now before heading back to the layer adjustment, we have to group the first 5 layers, which is this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So just hold shift on the keyboard and click on the first, hold shift on the keyboard and click on the first layer to highlight the first 5 layers. Yes, to highlight the first 5 layers. Then press Ctrl G on the keyboard to group your layers. So after grouping the layers, you move to the adjustment layer, which is beneath the layer panel. Move there and select vibrance. Set the vibrance to somewhere around 20, then your saturation to 5. After that, move to the adjustment layer again and select levels. With the levels, set this one to 10, then 1, then this place to 240. Then move there again, go to the adjustment layer again, then select color balance. On the color balance, just take note of something here. We have midtones and shadows and highlights. So first, on the midtones, set your red to -4, your green to -7, then your blue to +2. Head over here, click on the drop down, select shadows, set your red to -3, your green to -2, then your blue to -1. Then head over to the drop down again and select the last one, which is highlights. Set your red to -3, your green to -2, and then your blue to +1. Then with the last step, head back to the adjustment layer, select curves here, select curves, and then you see this bar, this thing, like raise it a little bit, not too much, just a little bit. I think it's okay. Raise it a little bit. Alright, so we've done it. We've just transformed the picture into a digital painting, which most people will call it, but in Photoshop it's the oil paint effect. Before ending the tutorials, let's just compare the two pictures. Let's compare the two pictures, the before and after. Let's compare the two pictures and see. This is it. Let me rename this picture before. Let me rename it, else I can't bring it here. Let me go to my desktop and rename it. Desktop. Let me rename the picture. Oh, okay. I already have it here. I think I have it here. No. Let me rename this one. I think I've used that picture, so let me rename this one someone 2. Alright. Let me bring it into Photoshop. Oops. Let me bring it into Photoshop. Alright. It's here in Photoshop, so let's compare these two pictures, the before and after. Alright, so you see the changes. This one has been upgraded with oil paints, and it's very simple. Sometimes you see some editing or some kind of things and you think it's very difficult, but you see the steps, very easy to come by with it. Alright, so this is the end of our tutorials for this session, and I hope you really enjoyed it and you've come out with a very nice design. If you want to use this picture, there is a link in the description, or if you want to get the PSD file, there is a link in the description where you can find these files. Thank you very much for your time and for your subscription, and God bless you. Bye. See you next time in our next tutorials.